Jossalyn Larson. I am an assistant teaching professor with the Department of English and Technical Communication. I teach English 1160, writing and research, as well as other courses. I've been teaching since approximately 2005, but I've been here at S&T since about 2011. My undergraduate degree comes from the University of Miami, Florida, go Canes, and my graduate degrees come from St. Louis University. At the University of Miami, I studied English and classical antiquity, and I formed our classics club, which involved all sorts of things like toga parties and home marathons and lots of fun stuff to just kind of geek out over. And then, of course, my studies at St. Louis University primarily involved medieval and Renaissance literature, specifically with respect to the soul sciences. My interest is in the development of how people studied the soul and how those studies have since developed into our current studies of physics and biology and theology and so forth. My office is located in the Humanities and Social Sciences building on the second floor, room 234. I generally hold office hours between about 9 o'clock in the morning to about 11 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's always best to send me an email to make sure that I'm going to be there when you need me. The best way to get a hold of me is via email. My email address is larsonjo@mst.edu. So that's LARSONJO@mst.edu. And I do have to warn you that when you're ready to contact me, I generally prefer to be contacted by email because out where I live, we don't get great cell service. So I'm probably not going to get you if you call or text me. I also happen to have 4 kids. So between them, my husband, who owns his own business and is a firefighter, and myself, we only have one computer to share amongst us. So after the hours of about 5 o'clock, I'm usually in my domestic world and am not able to get back to emails as quickly as I would like. But I always get back within 24 hours. I'm a Jersey girl, as I was raised, so I lived on the Jersey Shore for most of my life. And when I came to the Midwest, it was a bit of a culture shock, but I married and ended up on a farm, a 16-acre farm with goats and horses and chickens, oh my. And so now I am a Jersey girl transplant in a Midwestern farm. So goodness knows that my house is very busy. In my non-academic writing life, I am also a blogger for a motorcycle club website, which deals primarily with law-abiding motorcycle clubs, specifically first responder motorcycle clubs, including law enforcement and firefighters and EMS. By day, I am a somewhat absent-minded professor, and by evening, I am on the back of a motorcycle, on the back of a Harley. All of our course content is hosted through our campus learning management system. We also use Google pretty heavily. So because you're here at S&T, you already have a Google account, so it should be relatively seamless for you. But when you come to class, you will want to be familiar with Google Docs especially, because we do a lot of co-editing on Google Docs. But then we also work with Google Slides and Google Sheets as well. So since 2005, I have taught at a number of different schools, especially throughout Missouri, and S&T is by far my favorite. I love working with the students here at S&T because S&T students tend to have the most exciting, the most innovative, and the most urgent ideas, especially the research ideas that our students come up with are like none that I've ever seen in any other classroom. S&T students tend to be deep thinkers in that when they see a problem, it's not going to stay a problem. They're immediately thinking of the solution. And I love to be a part of that process because now more than ever, we need our scientists and engineers and generally our academics to be able to communicate their ideas to the general public in a way that is exciting and is clear and helps to engage the general public so that they understand what this really means to their lives. And so I love to be able to be there to help bridge that gap between the students and their audience. So I'm so excited to be a part of this class this semester, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing your ideas and helping you work through any trouble spots that you might have so that your research gets to really shine the way that we know that your research can shine. So thanks so much for being a part of this class, and I look forward to working with you.